Hi, and welcome to your 20-minute practice in May. We are working with the theme of surrender control in our bigger theme of grace and the mystery of life, and ultimately, in order to feel into that mystery and the beauty and grace that comes with being human in this chaotic world, we need to learn to surrender control, which can be really hard and can be scary and is a practice. So we're going to start with that today. The invitation is to start in a Shavasana, so lying on your back. And a Shavasana would be legs out long and arms down by your side, and you're just kind of lying here. But for some people, that won't feel good on your lower back. So if that's you, then no problem. Bring your feet just wider than hip width distance, maybe as wide as your mat, and let your knees drop in together. And this way, it might feel more supportive on your lower back, your sacrum on the floor. And then place your hands wherever they land, really. Maybe they want to be down by your side with your palms up, or maybe you want to place palms down facing on your belly. No need to overthink it. Give up control to the decisions. Just let your body choose. Let's start by taking 3 to 5 deeper breaths in your own time. And maybe allow the exhales to come out through your mouth. Almost as though you're just breathing down into the floor, into the earth underneath you. Just letting it all go. And once you have enjoyed as many of those deeper breaths as feels good, just letting the breath become natural and closing down your eyes if they're not already closed. And we open in this still Shavasana, this still yin pose before we move. We allow the dust to settle from whatever came before your practice. It can be really hard to just suddenly be still at the beginning of a yoga practice before you've moved. So allow whatever comes up. Can you release control of your experience of your practice? Can you just let whatever comes up come up? And just notice and observe lovingly whatever that is. You're choosing to step back from micromanaging your experience of this moment. You're lying back. You're doing less. There's an unlearning as you sink into yourself in this opening pose. Ultimately, we have very little control in so many things, but by clinging and reaching, we resist, we seek, and it can cause not only a lot of pain and disappointment and frustration, but it can distract us from seeing the wonder in each moment. And in life, that can be transformative. And at work, it enables us to be a lot more open to what a solution might be, where a conversation with a colleague might go. You're less focused on this is what has to be the answer, this is what I know to be true, and you're more able to experience, ultimately be in each moment, experience each moment afresh. Whenever you're ready, slowly breaking your Shavasana by running your hands down your legs and encouraging your knees into your chest. Massaging your lower back on the floor, you might take a couple of small sways. Allow those sways to be a love note to your body. So allow your body to move slowly, whatever it needs, rather than your mind saying, now we sway. Letting a big exhale out your mouth. And then we take a soft rock and roll up to a brief seated position, and then we roll over our knees. And we tuck toes and we come to stand dangling over our legs at the front of our mat. So really soft knees here. And then in your own time, you inhale up, you look up, you see your hands. Exhale, you fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to a plank pose. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, soften knees, hips back, downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths in our downward facing dog. You decide, do you want to move or do you want to surrender and just be still? Allow the body to decide. Can you invite your body to make the decision rather than your mind? And I will guide you through the poses in our short 20-minute practice. But can you find yourself in each pose a sense of surrender, a sense of just being in it and allowing the pose to provide maybe a new experience for you rather than you trying to control each pose? On your next inhale, right leg floats up to the sky. Exhale, right foot comes in between your hands and you lower your back knee to the earth. Inhale, arms rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, sink hips forward and down. Straightening into front leg, we come to half split. So we fold over front leg and we edge hips backwards, maybe sinking all the way back to your back heel. Inhale, a breath here. Exhale, we're here. Inhale, we come up and left shin comes out to the side, right leg travels to the back of our mat, and we open up into a supported side plank, inhaling here. Exhaling here, just one breath in each pose as we open with our salutation. Look to the front of your mat, right foot slowly comes to the front of your mat. And hands are on the inside of your right foot. You're in your lizard, breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck back toes. Inhale, spring forward into a little kind of squat position at the front of your mat. And exhale, tuck chin to chest, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift in this wider stance. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, look up, see your hands. Exhale, we fold all the way back down over our legs. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, hands come to the mat, step back into a plank pose. We inhale in our plank pose, strong legs. Exhale, dropping knees to earth. Lower your belly to the earth. Inhale, push into your hands, into your cobra, open your heart. Exhale through your child's pose. We meet back in downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Can you surrender to being still in this pose? Maybe your knees are really bent to encourage hips up and back. And you really push into hands. Ground them into earth. Let's do the other side of our salutations. Inhale, left leg floats up to the sky. Exhale, left foot comes in between our hands and we drop back knee to the earth. Inhale, arms rise up to your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hips sink forward and down. There's a release. Inhale, start to straighten into front leg as we come back to our half splits. Maybe you wobble, that's fine. And exhale, you land in your half splits. Let's take an extra breath here. Maybe hands are off the earth, no problem. Inhale, coming forward, right shin comes out to the side, left leg to the back of your mat. And you arrive in your supported side plank. 1 breath here, encouraging hips forward. Inhale, left foot travels to the front of your mat. Hands are inside your left foot. You're in your lizard pose. Exhale, breathe there. And then inhale, look forward. Right foot comes to the front of your mat. We're in this little squat, and then we exhale. We fold over our legs. Inhale, rise up, look up, arms reach up. Exhale, folding all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, breathe your body up. Exhale, step back to your plank. Inhale in your plank, look forward. And exhale, lower your whole body down to the earth, surrendering front body to earth. Inhale, push into hands, open heart, cobra. Exhale, seat comes back to your child's pose. Either stay there for 3 breaths or take downward facing dog. So it's a short practice. There's dynamic movement in it and there's stillness. Can you notice how you feel in each? And can you surrender control to the experience? Okay, we will meet in downward facing dog. On your inhale, float right leg up to the sky. Right knee comes to nose, right foot steps in between hands. Inhaling up to your high lunge. Exhale, sink hips down. We stay here for 3 breaths. Softening shoulders. Softening jaw. On your next inhale, straighten into your front leg. Exhale, we fold over front leg into a forward triangle. Hands come maybe to your shin or maybe all the way to the earth. You can bend front knee slightly if you need, but we forward fold, we surrender over that front leg. And then you're in the pose. You surrender control to the experience of the pose rather than your mind saying, this is where I should be. Left back heel comes down to the earth as we rise up into a triangle. So front toes facing forward, back toes facing in a little. And legs are straight-ish. You can soften your knees if you want. Left hand travels down, back, left leg, and right arm reaches up and over. You reverse your Trikonasana, opening your heart. Breathe here. We reach forward with right hand, we bend into right knee, right hand comes to the earth, left foot hops in slightly, and we lift up for a brief moment. We fly into our half moon. An opening breath here, surrender to the wobbles, experience it as you will. And then left foot meets right, arms reach up to the sky. We see our hands. Right hand catches left wrist, left foot steps behind right, and we side stretch to the right, opening heart, opening left side body. Breathing deeply into left side. And then coming back to center, arms come down, but then to come up again. Maybe you lean slightly back and open heart. Exhale, we fold over our legs. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, hands come to the earth, straight back to your downward facing dog. We take a deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg floats up to the sky, spread through your toes. Left knee comes to nose and left foot steps in between your hands. The inhale rises your body up to a high lunge. And the exhale sinks hips forward and down. You arrive in your high lunge. Maybe this time you cactus your arms and you open heart further. You surrender heart further. Two more breaths here. On your next inhale, we straighten into left leg. Arms reach up and we fold. We hinge at the hips. We surrender over left leg. Hands come to where they come to. Maybe they're on the earth and you slightly bend left knee. Can you tuck chin to chest and surrender control of holding up your head? Can you be still and surrender to the pose? What does that mean to you? Right heel comes down as we rise up to our triangle. Legs are straight-ish and we reverse our Trikonasana. Right hand down back leg, left arm reaches up and over. It's expansive, it's heart opening. And then reach forward, bend left knee, left hand comes down towards the earth. Right foot hops in and then lifts up into your half moon. You fly. How does it feel in this pose to not have full control and maybe to be falling out of it? How does your mind respond? Can you just give in to the experience? Right foot comes and stands next to left. You reach up and left hand softly holds right wrist. Right foot steps behind left and you side stretch to the left. Coming back to center, arms reach up, look up, and then you dangle over your legs. We're going to take a longer forward fold here. So soften your knees, really soften them. Maybe your stomach even rests on your thighs. It's a supportive closing forward fold. And maybe hands rest on the back of your shins. And it's like a real cocoon for you here. Dropping jaw, dropping effort. And starting to take some longer breaths into your back body. Longer exhales, specifically to bring you down. We only have a short practice, so we don't have a long coming down at the end. So really honor these moments with your deep breath. And then without looking up, slowly coming all the way down to your knees. And we take a child's pose. If child's pose isn't restorative for you, just lie flat out on your belly, face down. Child's pose, forehead towards earth, maybe hands cup heels. And as you arrive in your child, the ultimate pose of surrender, can you surrender up all effort? Can you surrender up control of the breath? And just honor the end of a short, beautiful, precious practice by resting here in child's pose for about 30 seconds or so. If you have longer, you are so welcome to stay here or take it to a longer Shavasana. Otherwise, the invitation is to come up from your child's pose kneeling and bring your hands in prayer to your heart and surrender head to heart, bow head to heart. Taking a moment to acknowledge how it feels to just kind of give up control at moments. See if there's somewhere in your day you can take this off the mat into. No need to overthink it. Just let it be an intention. And with gratitude, we'll close out there. Thank you so much. Well done.